when they finally show the surveillance with that bowling alley camera scene, because that 4K camera, they not going to show that for months, man. They still got to clear it, and you don't know if TMZ is going to buy that from people for like $180,000, man. And they're saying Quavo got his pockets ran for 17K. Some people say it's 7,000. Some people say it's 17. Either way, man, it's condolences to Takeoff, because no matter what kind of money's involved in it, they should have never lost Takeoff, man. There's not an amount of money that could replace people, and y'all gotta understand that everything is fragile these days. Everything is very, very sensitive. People are sensitive, emotions, and things can just get overboard just like that, just like how it happened with the Migos and how they split up, just like how it happened with the Takeoff, just like how Duke the Jeweler, Boosie, so on and so forth, and everything just kind of has the MobTies connection to it, in one way or another, whether it's good or bad. And so at the end of the day, good publicity, bad publicity is all good for them. So MobTies gets to spread their name around. People become, more scared of them. They might be more intimidated to confront them about, like, you did this, you did that, or, whatever, because at the end of the day, people fall in line, and you see how all 40 of the people who ran off from that party, and only two or three come and speak out, but they even scared to say like exactly who. They just said, yeah, he got hit, but it wasn't really anything more than what you would have known from the video footage and all that. So, and as time goes by, everybody's going to be able to learn and find out and realize, when they look around and they keep their head on a swivel, they're going to they're going to peel their eyes wide open and come to the realization of the facts in front of them. And what y'all got to understand is, due to that, there's a whole lot of people who got their hands in this, man. And you got to understand, man, Takeoff has his own people. Takeoff has his own goons. They looking around, they're sliding, they're trying to pay their condolences, they're trying to take care of their family. Because, at the end of the day, like, Takeoff mom still got to pay bills, and Takeoff's brothers and cousins and all that. And it's like, is Offset gonna help? Is Quavo gonna help? They helped to pay for the funeral, but really a lot of people were saying that Jay Prince should have paid for the whole entire celebration, because it's Jazz Prince fault. It's like Jazz Prince and Jay Prince Jr., who was right there, man. They could have changed the situation to make it better than it was, but they didn't use their power. They didn't use their influence to tell the dudes to calm down and stop arguing with Quavo. Stop trying to take Takeoff's chain. Stop trying to be weird. You in the face of millionaires. You need to be presenting your ideas so that they might be able to throw you a bone and put you in on something if you show yourself to be good business minded, somebody that's not going to argue with them over a dice game, someone that's not going to try to take their chain when they go broke. So at the end of the day, if you ever even get the chance to be around some millionaires like the Migos, don't try to argue with them in a dice game. Don't try to do what the people did at Jay Prince Jr. party, Jazz Prince's party. You should be trying to get in and fit in with them, man, as you can. Tell them an idea. Tell them something that makes you stick out from the next person, and maybe they might invest in you. And that way, you might get the torch passed to you. You might become a millionaire. You never know, but and you get an opportunity like that to party with, to hang around and celebrate, and be around people who got number ones, awards, millions and millions of dollars. You should never be trying to do no dumb stuff. You should be trying to enjoy the time with them, have them like you. Don't be arguing with them. Don't try to finesse them. Don't try to rob them, because then that just shows who you really are. And that in the future, if you ever around any other millionaires, that they should have no reason to trust you. And that you kind of putting karma on yourself by not letting them shine. And so at the end of the day, you got to realize that everything is going to come back, and you're going to basically, you get what you, like, the effort you put in, the energy you put out there, that's the same thing you're going to get back. So make sure y'all steady, trying to spread a positive message and have good energy out there, and basically just, run it up, take care of your businesses, take care of your finances, save your money. Don't be getting into no trouble, stay out the streets, and, stay on the path. It doesn't have to be the straight and narrow. There's some bumps on the road. Things happen, and you're going to have some life experiences. But try not to make things too complicated. Keep it simple so you don't stress yourself out and just worry about the priorities of everything, man. It's the way you don't get stressed out having to be, trying to fit in with the street dudes, and then you end up trying to rob somebody at a dice game and it goes left. And so at the end of the day, everything is a lesson learned. And y'all gotta understand Takeoff celebration. Offset came off and gave a huge speech, man. It looked crazy because, Offset was showing so much. He was like tearful. He couldn't even hold it back. He had so much tears coming down his eyes that he had to keep his head down so that his dreads covered his face so that nobody would see him crying. And then, when Quavo comes on, he didn't show as much emotion and stuff, which I thought was kind of weird, but he gave a long speech as well. Even Drake came out and gave a speech. But the thing is that how is Drake there when it was at first signed with MobTies? So like somebody from MobTies sent Drake up there just to show that even somebody like Jay Prince or MobTies still got a foot in the door at Takeoff celebration. So it's basically a message being sent saying that, they still got power and they still around and they can still send people. And that's the reason why they sent Drake to be there with Quavo and to be there right next to Offset. Now, I mean, it makes sense because the Versace song is what, like took off and everything like that. But even before that, they said that they were going to have all these people do performances. They said they're going to have all these celebrities come through. So it's just kind of weird that Drake comes through and he's the one that's with the biggest ties to MobTies. And so basically Jay Prince Jr. and Jazz Prince and all of them, they got banned from coming to the celebration. They were not allowed to come. They weren't in attendance because if they were, a lot of people would have been upset at the fact that, it's still unclear who had a hand in this. And everybody's still trying to figure out and piece together like the involvement of everybody going on. Y'all got to understand, man, the streets is like, now that this is over, like we don't know how it was going to play out. Like, is it going to be in the streets? Are they going to end up, the 12 going to find somebody first? And the fact that they still got the dude out there running around is crazy because now it's been like a whole almost 2 weeks. And so when something been 2 weeks and it's, at first they give 48 hours, like even Migos got that song first 48 and folks in the streets get 48 hours before they get snatched up. Or if they do get snatched up, they got 48 hours to figure out evidence and proof and everything like that. And so the thing is that it's 2 weeks that's passed by and the dude is still running around. You still got MobTies sending their people around. They just sent Drake personally to pull up on Migos at the celebration, man. And, they had all of the OG Migos. They had Real Money, Mingo the Fool, and all these producers, all these people who were on YRN, who were on No Label 2. And so these guys were like the early hype man, DJs, producers, mix guys. And they really got, they really helped Migos kind of put these certain beats to their flow. They helped them get money, book for shows, all that promotion. They even threw them some things their way on their the residuals that they get. And so what you got to really understand is the fact that now that all that is passed through, is basically now like, oh, anything could happen at any time. You never know when one of these days somebody pretty much gets found for being a part of the Takeoff situation, or somebody gets got. And, now it's like months and months down the road.